In this video, we're going to be discussing some very important topics. File management. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to save a file, copy a file, rename, and delete file, as well as importing and exporting show files on an external USB drive. So let's head over to the console and take a look at that. Now we've reached the end of the show. We've made all of our changes, and as we see, the console is giving us the alert that our file is not saved to the internal computer. So again, we're going to head over to the automation window. We can save the file here, or we can head right into the filing screen and we can save the file directly here. It's going to do the same thing. So let's go ahead and click save. Are you sure you want to save all the loaded files? Yes. Now the file is now saved to the console. Now what I want to do is disconnect the show file from the console. I can easily do that by clicking on the Close tab. Again, we're alerted with a pop-up if we really want to do that. Yes, we do. Now that the file is closed out from the console, you'll see that all the automation controls have went away, but the rest of the console has remained in the last state that it was left in. This is a great way if we want to create a new file and save the snapshot of how the console is directly to a new file and build on from that point. Okay, I'm not going to do that for this video, but it's an option available to you if that's something that you want to do. The next thing I want to do is I want to copy this file. I want to leave the initial file that we had loaded, and then eventually we'll delete that. So let's go ahead and select copy file. Again, are you sure? Absolutely. And you'll notice that the copy now is dropped down here. And I can go ahead and widen that out so that we can see that the default name went to copy one. And we'll just bring this back. And we can select this file by simply pressing on the rename tab, and we can go ahead now and change the name. We'll call this LA. I'll hit select. Okay. Now we have our new show file. If we want to go ahead and delete a file, it's very easy. We can go ahead and select the file that we want to delete, press the delete tab. Again, do you want to remove this? Yes. And as you see, the file is now removed from the onboard filing system. Now, for importing and exporting, we're going to take our trusty Midas USB stick, which is formatted to FAT32. We go ahead and insert this into the console, like so, and it'll take a moment for the computer to analyze the USB stick. And now we have our USB storage on the right-hand side. So what we could do is, I want to save this to my USB jump drive, so I'm going to go ahead, select it, and I'm going to hit export. Now I have a pop-up. This file already exists on the external device. Are you sure you want to do that? I'm going to click yes. All this is going to do is overwrite the existing file. So since there were changes, since when we last loaded the file, it's just going to overwrite that. So we're going to click OK. The console is going to transfer the data, and you see that the file copy is in progress, and now that it's done. I have some show files on the console that are not on my USB drive, such as the LA presets. So let's go ahead and make sure that we get that on our external jump drive. And just like that. So now let's talk about importing a show file. For instance, if it was a couple of days later, we had a show, we had a new file, and we're on a new console, and we want to load that file to the console, we can just simply click on the file that we want to bring into the console and select import. This file already exists. It's telling us that it's there, and we want to click OK. And just like that, the file will transfer over onto the console hard drive. And that's it for file management.